My name is Alice Frost. I'm a political scientist and freelance intelligence analyst. I do a lot of briefings. It's pretty much all I do. I need to get a life. Most of my briefs come with appendices, footnotes, and plenty of disclaimers. I promise today's won't. You're smart, and so I trust you to verify or refute what I say. Go knock yourself out. Here's my briefing on the state of the United States. Let's start with the definition of stability. Stability is the absence of wide-scale civil strife, violent or nonviolent. What makes a society stable? At its simplest, borne out empirically, it's trust. Trust in institutions, trust in fellow citizens, and trust in the system to provide economic and physical security. Unfortunately, we're seeing trust degrade across the board. Americans no longer believe the system is fair. Let's discuss statistics. I know, boring, but please bear with me.
Social mobility has suffered. Children born in the 1980s have only about a 50% chance of out-earning their parents, compared to over 90% for those born in the 1940s, according to Opportunity Insights research at Harvard. I'm living proof. Income disparity has widened. The U.S. Gini coefficient for income inequality is at 41.8 in 2023, according to the latest World Bank data. A lower Gini coefficient is better. Inequality in the U.S. is at near historic highs amid wealth concentration, where the top 1% holds nearly 32% of net wealth, based on a 2025 Q3 Federal Reserve report. That puts the U.S. in the same league as the Democratic Republic of Congo, Bolivia, and Venezuela. Support for anti-capitalist views has risen modestly, with positive views of capitalism slipping to 54% in 2025, down from 60% in 2021, according to Gallup, while socialism holds steady at 39% positive overall, higher among Democrats at 66%. Belief in elections has also faltered. From 2004 till today, confidence in elections has dropped from over 70% to 57% today, while those who completely doubt the validity of election results have gone from 6% of the population to 19%. At no time did that become more clear than on January 6, 2021, when a mob stormed Congress to prevent certification of the 2020 election, encouraged by the sitting president at the time. Everyone remembers where they were on that day. I was in a business meeting, working from home because of COVID, with a suit on top and pajama bottoms. Remember Zoom suits? Anyway. High-profile cases like Epstein and perceived corruption in the White House have reinforced the impression of elite impunity. Trust in institutions is dropping sharply. Only 17% of Americans trust the federal government to do what's right just about always, or most of the time, according to the Pew Research Center, September 2025, one of the lowest levels in nearly 70 years. Confidence in Congress is particularly dismal, at around 15% based on Gallup polling, while media and big business fare poorly, with confidence in television news at 11% high confidence. Americans don't trust law enforcement, the courts, their elected representatives, academia, nor the media. Americans don't believe institutions are objective or impartial. Trust in higher education has fluctuated but remains low overall, with only 42% expressing high confidence in 2025, up slightly from recent lows, according to Gallup. This has given rise to populism on both the left and the right. History is consistent. Perceptions of failing democracy and systemic injustice lead to increased acceptance of violence. The recent increase in politically motivated violence is a warning sign. In 2025, we've seen roughly 150 politically motivated attacks in the first half of the year alone, nearly double the same period in 2024, according to the University of Maryland. Threats against officials and election workers have surged, with right-wing extremism historically dominant in fatalities, but left-wing incidents ticking up in 2025, according to CSIS analyses. Most opposition remains nonviolent, but the growing acceptance of violence is evident in rising threats, harassment, and vigilante activity. Add to this mix a new shock: AI. Not Terminator. For the first time, large parts of the educated middle class face sustained downward pressure. Projections warn that AI could eliminate up to half of entry-level white-collar jobs in sectors like tech, finance, law, and consulting within 1 to 5 years, potentially spiking unemployment to 10 to 20% if adaptation lags, based on 2025 warnings from Anthropic CEO Dario Amodei and similar statements from industry leaders. When educated, networked groups lose faith in institutions, unrest becomes organized, persistent, and harder to contain. The risk profile is rising. Let's do a set of estimative probabilities. Overall risk of sustained civil unrest without reform. Highly probable. Near-term violent escalation. Probable. The remedy is structural reform. Guarantee a basic floor: food, shelter, healthcare, and education. If people fear they can fall through the bottom, legitimacy collapses. Expand the middle class by attacking rent-seeking, and dump that mythical trickle-down economics. Many studies across multiple countries have shown that it's nonsense. Reduce plutocratic lobbying and elite media capture by reducing conflict of interest, labeling paid influence, and improving transparency. Improve competitiveness through stronger enforcement of antitrust laws. Make elections genuinely competitive. Strengthen institutional and judicial independence. Overturn the presidential immunity decision. Return power to Congress. End qualified immunity.
I believe in free markets. I believe in America. But I don't believe in institutions and structures that demonstrate consistent stupidity, self-interest, callousness, and indifference to suffering. And I don't equate cronyism and plutocracy with capitalism. They're not the same. And America is drifting away from a free market system by weighting large companies and billionaires more than SMEs and the middle class. Just to be clear, Elon Musk doesn't represent capitalism. He represents a God complex. I would like to mention that Tesla and SpaceX have cumulatively received tens of billions in government contracts, loans, subsidies, tax credits, and other support, often at pivotal moments that enabled survival and scaling. Not quite capitalism. America is not failing, but the seeds of a protracted period of unrest are being planted. It's within our power to stop it. I'm sorry to say, I'm not optimistic that we will.